What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream. And today I have a couple of guests joining me. First of all, you know him, you love him. He is from the highly successful YouTube channel Nerdrotic. Gary, how are you, Gary?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man.
Everybody. Greetings, chat.
Yeah, I haven't had anything going on the last few days. It's kind of been boring on my side of the pond. So
yeah, that's what I heard.
But I am honored and it's my pleasure to welcome Quarter Black Garrett from the Louder with Crowder show to Geeks and Gamers. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on here. Can you see me?
I can. We can see you. We're bringing diversity up in here, everybody.
Yeah,
just
a quarter of diversity.
Well, people with not a lot of people with mustaches show up on Geeks and Gamers, especially the Tom Selleck like that.
Yeah. What did you say, Gary, when he joined? You said nice Tom Selleck?
Yes, nice Tom Selleck right there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I love Tom.
Yeah, and it's really cool. We and you and Gary have been talking for a few weeks now. It seems like maybe about a month. Yeah. Gary, I think you commented on one of Gary's live streams. Is that it?
Oh yeah, I'm always in there. I was watching it.
And
Gary
blew me away. I didn't think you were real. I'm like, this is not the same one.
Dang, they never think I am. I'm not famous enough for people to pretend to be me. Okay.
I don't know about that.
Oh man, but yeah, so we talked about it, and because what was it? It was that night. I was on a big live stream of yours, Gary. I think it was a Game of Thrones one, and you told me he was watching or something like that.
Yeah,
and
might have been.
So I mean, you know those Game of Thrones, man. You guys had like 20,000 people watching those.
Yeah, so, that was insane.
Yeah,
that was very crazy.
So hello chat, hello everyone. If you're just joining us, smash the melee button if you do not mind. That is a simple request from a simple man. For some reason my chat has completely frozen, so I don't know what's going on with my chat now. Is the chat freezing for there we go. Finally it's back up now. Okay, it's good now. So share the video, smash the melee button, and get some people in here. We're going to talk for about an hour and a half tonight, and we're going to talk about the Fandom Minutes. We're going to talk about the Louder with Crowder show. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We already got a couple of super chats from Echo Base Network. What are the chances of you getting Crowder on here? I have no idea. I don't even know if Steven Crowder knows who I am. So, Garrett?
Well, if you know anything about Steven, he is impossible to get him to go on anybody's show. He doesn't like doing it. Yeah. So it's got to be a big issue that happens like Vox.
Yeah,
for him to go talk to people. So.
Hey guys, just get this channel as big as PewDiePie's channel, and I think we can get Crowder. I think we can pull it off.
Hey,
we can. So
never say never.
That's right. And then Echo Base Network says the Change My Mind series are epic, especially the gun control one. Yes, those are fantastic. Let's go ahead and start out. Let's go ahead and start out with that, because I'm sure that's what a lot of people are going to have some interest in, is how you got involved with you know, being the producer and everything like that. So what's the backstory there?
So I'm a fan. I was a fan of the show, Mug Clubber, and one day, like 2.5 years ago, he just threw it out there and said, "Hey, we need somebody that can edit, that can do Photoshops, that can do this, this." And I was like, "Yeah, I can." And that was back whenever they had a team of like 3 people. So I just threw it out there, and they called me in, and I did a few weeks, and they said I was good. So
nice.
I lucked into it. I'm a lucky fan.
Hey, taking initiative, man. I mean, if you didn't take the initiative, it wouldn't happen. So yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I'm hanging out with people like Gary. I mean, that's luck. It's just dumb luck.
You are. So shit. Dumb luck right there.
I have never, like, I felt like I was with Brad Pitt when I was in San Diego walking around with Gary. It was amazing. So
I'm sure people are just saying, like, I want your autograph. You changed my life.
That's right, Gary.
Yeah, that was happening to Jeremy quite a bit. I was holding the camera to take pictures of people in Jeremy. You know, they're going, "Oh yeah, you're EVS or something." You know, they didn't recognize me at all. It's
okay. All right, so you've clearly become aware of the Fandom Menace.
Oh, yeah.
What led you to getting more interest in the Fandom Menace and following us? Was it Last Jedi, or what exactly was it exactly?
Well, I feel like I've always been Fandom Menace in my heart.
Nice.
Before I even knew about it. It was just, it's been kind of everything kind of leading up to it. Like you said, Last Jedi, I didn't know about Fandom Menace, but I was like livid about that. and I didn't know anybody that was talking about it. So I was watching a lot of videos, and I watched Mahler, and I watched all of his videos on it. And then really what it kind of really got me into it was Game of Thrones. This trash fire of a season. I was like, I've got to vent. I got to find somebody else that cares about this as much. And then a lot of people did. And that's where I was already watching your channel, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy. I was watching you guys, and that's where I found Nerdrotic and Doomcock and World Class Bullshitters. And I was like, my people. These are my people. So
it all
that's
comes back to Geeks and Gamers. I will take full credit for all of this. It all comes back to Geeks and Gamers. So.
Yeah, that's the same way I felt when I was out there just kind of riding the fence a couple years ago. I hated The Force Awakens like with a passion. I felt like I was lonely in the wilderness, and I found Jeff.
The hype in that movie.
Yeah, dude, it was the hypnosis, as Doomcock calls it, and then it kind of died down, and then this guy with his hat on starts popping up on my feed at work when I was working for Herr Elon, and yeah, like every day it's like, who is this guy? Why is he showing up in my recommended feed? So I just listen. I'm like, he's
why is he so aggressive?
Yeah, why is he so angry? Why is he so angry? But no, I was that angry walking out of The Last Jedi. It's the only film ever I've walked out with like a freaking searing headache. I just what they did to my beloved Luke Skywalker, and it's good that we found each other. It's good that we are a loose collective, united behind the principle of respecting the fan and getting personal stupid politics out of films and television, although it's a major uphill battle. Oh my God. Did you hear the latest? Did you hear the latest?
Which one?
No.
Which one is this?
Okay. Jamie Alexander, Lady Sif, wants to be Valkyrie's queen in Thor 4. Yeah.
No.
It just never ends. Never ends.
Well, she's supposed to be with Thor. Like in the comic book, she ended up with Thor. So
did Jane Foster. I think Jane Foster, Lady 4, and Valkyrie and Sif should have a three-way, and then they should film it, and then I would be all in on the MCU. I'll be okay. Now we're talking.
We're back.
Oh my God, the fucking identity politics is off the charts, and it just never stops. It never stops. I don't understand why these people can't get a grip on reality. And again, it ties back into their lifelong victimhood. And the more that they can create these problems and get criticism for their bad decisions, then they can play the victim, because you're being criticized because you're not talented and you're making really bad creative decisions. And they know that they're bad decisions, and they know they're going to get criticism. And the moment they get criticism, then they claim like, oh, everybody's sexist and racist. It's like, oh my God, you know.
Yeah. It's a big circle. They just do the same thing. They make shitty products, then they release those shitty products, then they say that you're a shitty person because they released shitty products. So,
yes, exactly. It's just like Ghostbusters 2016. I mean, I remember when that film got announced, I was supportive of the project. I mean, I was like, all right, not really what I wanted, but like, hey, cool, all right. Paul Feig makes funny movies. Melissa McCarthy's kind of funny and goofy, and then they started just attacking people because of the criticisms. And it's like, no, this is bad. Yeah. It's a bad idea. It's a bad movie. It's bad execution. And I never even saw the movie because I'm like, I'm not even going to waste my time, my money, or my energy on this. You know, it's just un-effing believable.
Part of the marketing, though. See, it's divisive marketing. At first, it just looked like we were gender swapping the Ghostbusters, but as time has gone on, it is something that they have developed, and some marketing firm sees that controversy sells. So let's gender swap and go political. Anybody who criticizes, we can call names. It gets the Access Media to write multiple articles. We get free advertising, and the wheels on the bus go round and round, and that's what we're fighting right now. And it isn't going to stop. They every day there's no shortage of stories at all. It should be quiet time. Summer should be quiet time for me, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I could bitch about this all day long, but let's talk about Game of Thrones for a minute. Let's talk about that season 8. Now tell me your path as a Game of Thrones fan, Garrett, and how you ended up to season 8. How did that all work for you?
So I basically watched it from season 1. I was a huge fan. I went to bat for it all the time. I went to bat for it on the show whenever everybody in the studio said it was dumb. I was like, no, I love this show. I love this show. And then it came, it destroyed, and this is what's left.
Yeah, I mean, I was a late bloomer to Game of Thrones. I think I started watching in season 4, maybe. I binged through it, and then I caught up, and I remember defending season 6 and 7. I mean, again, I wasn't a mega fan per se. I was a fan of the show, not the source material, and so I remember defending the show in season 6 and 7. And in season 8, I was like, all right, these first 2 episodes were kind of boring, but they weren't bad. And I remember season.
I thought they were like, they're set up. They're kind of getting somewhere, but then episode 3. I don't know what the hell happened, but it just completely fell apart. I felt so betrayed.
Yep.
Like as a fan, I had read all of the books. I got super into the lore. I knew everybody's names. We were always like theorizing on what's going to happen, how is it going to happen, what the end might be, and then the end just seemed to go, hey, everybody that cares about the show, kill. We don't care about any of you. We don't care. We're going off to make the next Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that just pissed me off to no end.
Well, and I remember that season 8, episode 3. I remember recording my reaction late that night and going off on it, and there was nobody else talking about it because I did it so late, and I was like, I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting killed on this, because the Game of Thrones fans were like, you mother, just screaming at me. And I finally saw Gary and Doomcock's reaction. I'm like, I'm not alone. Thank goodness. And then Mahler, I saw Mahler. I'm like, okay, I'm in really good company now. But and then it just continued to get worse and worse. Shockingly, it was unbelievable. But thanks to Gary. I don't know what, right. So Gary, so you think that these guys are actually pretty aware of how bad they effed up, considering they canceled on San Diego Comic-Con, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm working on something right now because the panel, if you watch the San Diego panel, you'll understand why they stayed, because the conversation was dominated by the petition. The petition really stuck in their butt, man. They were pissed about that. And they backed out because they were cowards. They want to stand. If they would have stood up and took it and said, hey, we did our best, I think everything would have been done. At that point, that would have ended it. People still would have been mad, but going, hey, like Joel Schumacher took responsibility for Batman and Robin. Sam Raimi took responsibility for Spider-Man 3. Nobody gives those guys crap anymore. They don't get crap anymore because it ended it right there. And so here's what happened. They got 2 years to make that series. They only did it in their regular allotted time, and they took a break. And I think they were working on Star Wars because they've kind of admitted it in some articles where we've been working with Rian Johnson on Star Wars, and they did that big shoot for episode 3, blew their wad, and they knew they had a giant turd, and they just kind of squinted and went, we got to put it out. They'll eat it up anyway. It doesn't matter. Instead of going, let's delay the season. Let's do some reshoots. No, they just took the customer for granted. We should be excited right now for the Game of Thrones prequel. Yeah. We should be like, can't wait for more. That was awesome. That was a great ending. Yeah. And in turn, what it did is it spoiled the book. It hurt the series. I'm guessing, this is just my guesstimate, 50% they've lost off the back end, off of people buying Blu-rays, rewatching the series, helping HBO. It hurt it. In the long run, it's going to be terrible. And now I'm worried about the Lord of the Rings show, but I was like you, Quarterback Garrett. I watched the first 3 episodes, bought all the books, read them multiple times in 1 year, learned all the lore, found everybody on YouTube, found every Reddit page, reread it multiple times. I still, to this day, I love the books. I reread the lore.
They're still great.
Yeah, it's still brilliant if we never get it back. But I listen, Doomcock and I went into it naive. I hated season 7, but the spectacle was good. The action scenes were really good. So I'm like, at least we'll get some good action. We'll get some good action. We'll see some fun. And it looks like they're taking this thing away from being a George thing to a Dan and Dave thing. So they'll probably give us like a pretty normal ending, and instead Dan and Dave phoned it in and then tried to be George at the end. And completely they're just not they're not good at their jobs. They're very good at adapting. You set them on their own, and whoo, that's bad. And there was little tiny bits of identity politics thrown in there that made them make some narrative changes that
you just did you just did the okay symbol, sir. I am offended.
No.
I am offended. Where is my pink pussy hat right now? I am offended.
Hold on, let me put it on.
You caught that. Well, there's the signal. There's the signal, boys. And so yes, so they did that. They put a little bit of identity politics sideline the Doran storyline, which had repercussions in later seasons because they wanted that little bit of identity politics in, and to put John in the background the whole season. That was part of that too. So Benzo H is all, yeah, what's up?
Somebody asked what the symbol was on your hat. That's the Tesla symbol.
That is Tesla. Yes, I used to work for Tesla.
Gary is shilling for his former employer. I don't know why he's doing it. So
why? I was at the this is a work day for me, so I just throw on my little hat and go to the gym and take my kid around all day. I was dad today.
Such a dad.
It's my dad hat. So
such a dad. Teresa Martin sends roses as a super chat. Thank you, Teresa Martin. The Price is Right review. Whoa, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, and Louder with Crowder on one stream. Am I dreaming? LOL. One of my go-to conservative outlets on this stream is awesome. Well, thank you. The Price is Right review. Awesome. I'm trying to use Geeks and Gamers to get a little more attention to Louder with Crowder as a platform. They need all the help they can get. There's nobody. Their views are tanking. Their subs are tanking. So nobody knows who they are. So I'm doing my part. So.
You're
such a good man. You are such a good man, Jeremy.
The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey says, "You hate bad writing. You're talentist. You're a talentist."
I'm a talentist. I am.
I didn't realize.
I know it's so sad. Gunnar Renee says, "Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product." This is what we've all been trying to tell you guys. Don't ask questions, just consume. Yeah. Just like Red Letter Media says. Yeah, so we are, if you're just joining us, hello everyone. I am Jeremy. I am the owner of Geeks and Gamers. I'm joined here by Gary, who is, we can actually officially say Gary from Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic, because Gary's officially on the Geeks and Gamers team now.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and Gary will be,
So power's coming together.
That's right. That's right. And Gary will be making regular videos on a weekly basis in a few weeks once he gets back from, you're going to be at Star Trek convention, correct?
Yes, I'm leaving Thursday. I'm going to be there Thursday. Yeah, the 1st.
All right.
Very soon. And I'll probably do a video for you from there.
All right. Yeah, sounds good, man. So, so Geeks and Gamers continues to get stronger and stronger. And we are joined by Louder with Crowder producer, Quarter Black Garrett. So, hello, Garrett, once again, to reintroduce you to the audience.
Hello, everybody.
Now, Garrett is a fan of the Fandom Menace. He's been following a lot of the channels within the Fandom Menace for quite a while now. And this is something Gary and I have been discussing for a few weeks, trying to get him on so he can, kind of share his experience and share some of the things he's seen. So one thing I want to ask you about is the Vox situation, and what all happened there, and just what you can obviously talk about and everything. And but that was a crazy situation. It was. And I can definitely relate when Steven talks about the fact that, like, getting the channel demonetized, it's not as big of a deal as these people think, because all of your videos probably get demonetized anyway. Anything political, I mean, it's weird because my personal channel has like 15,000 subs, and every video I upload almost gets demonetized, because almost every video I upload is a pro-Trump video. So they all get demonetized. I don't get hit too bad on this channel. But yeah, my personal channel with the politics, big time. So anyway, how did that whole situation impact you guys from a business standpoint and just from a team standpoint?
Well, we've always been kind of cognizant of that possibly happening. Things like that always coming. People are always out to get us, and we have done those. What we do is they'll review, like, not even just Vox, now this, MSNBC. They'll come up with a video. They'll do a little piece about something, and we'll take it and we'll rebut it. We'll have our facts, our analysis on it. So Steven will go through it and we'll 1, 2, 3, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about that, maybe you're right about this, and we'll go through it. Well, we're a comedy channel, and Steven's a little, he'll make fun of people. He's not afraid.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. There's nothing wrong with that. He makes fun of me and Gerald in the show, and let me tell you this, if Mr. Precious Carlos Maza, peace be upon him, was in the studio,
Stunning and Brave.
Stunning and Brave.
Stunning and Brave. Chat, can we please get Stunning and Brave typed in the chat? It's very important. Stunning and Brave. Yes, Queen. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, if he was in the studio, we would have made fun of him and called him the same things. It's just how we are. We make fun of each other. It's kind of just like a friend thing we do. So, and I think he just took it way too far. So we made a bunch of videos. He had, on the first day of June, Pride Month, he had cut together a big super video of all of our videos, but just the portions where he called them the F word.
Yeah.
Not allowed to say.
Not allowed to say it anymore. He'll shut you down.
Yeah. Or said that he was lispy. So he cut all of those interactions together and then said that we were harassing him, that we were nonstop making videos on him and making jokes about his sexual orientation and stuff. And then he tweeted this to YouTube, the YouTube account. They responded and said, "Oh, we'll look into this." So then that just started a whole avalanche of bad decisions on YouTube's end. YouTube saying, okay, he is not violating our guidelines. Then, so YouTube came and said, Steven Crowder's not violating. So their side freaked out. Then they came back and said, he's actually violating a different set of rules, a creator rules that we have. So he's getting demonetized, but not fully demonetized, just those videos. So then we get our side, we're like, what the heck, what's going on? So then they came back and said, oh, well, if he just removes a link to the Socialisms for Figs t-shirt that we have, that we no longer have, we have a mystery box now that has nothing to do with that shirt. It's on louderwithcrowdershop.com. Nothing to do with that shirt at all.
Nothing at all. Loudercrowdershirt.com. Yeah.
Louderwithcrowdershirt.com. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Shop.com. So YouTube said if they remove the link, then they can get monetization back. Then their side freaked out again, saying that YouTube's just using LGBT people and saying that they don't really care about them because they're hosting a bigot on their platform. So then we removed it. We said, okay, what's going on? And then we even corresponded with them and we're asking them, hey, what can we do to, what rules did we violate and how can we correct it? Because we want to be in your guidelines. They wouldn't tell us. They said 2 days later, we reviewed all of your videos and these couple videos are in violation. We said, okay, well, what violation? What can you tell us what it is? And they said, we can't give you that information.
It's top secret.
Thanks, I guess. So then we actually found out through Twitter that we got demonetized. We saw that they responded to Carlos's tweet that we got demonetized. Then we checked and we're like, oh yeah, we're totally demonetized. No funds at all coming from ad revenue, which at first we were all like, what does that mean? But then when we kind of really assessed it and we're like 95% of our videos are already being demonetized. So
yeah.
And thankfully we have mug clubbers that have joined and they support us and we're able to still make content. Thank goodness, because if it wasn't for them, then we'd be dead in the water. We wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when all that happened. I made a video, kind of just talking about all YouTubers should come together and, you know, support each other, regardless if we agree or disagree. Because why the fuck why are people so scared of opinions these days? And I've talked about this many times. I've, you know, came up in the retail industry. I used to run, you know, stock crews and things like that in grocery stores. Bro, some of the shit I said to my team and some of the things they said to me, I think I would probably be sentenced to death in 2019. I mean, I cannot repeat. I will tell you guys after the show, and it's very good, very funny, and it's. Yeah, and it's just, I gotta want to say it so bad, but I'll get in trouble. But to me, getting made fun of, getting joked on is a sign of acceptance. And when you are told, oh, you can't pick on this person, you can't joke on that person, that is how you alienate people, and that is how they are not accepted. They constantly preach about wanting to be accepted. We want to be accepted. We want to feel like we're part of this. Well, you got to get fucked with, because that's what we do. Yeah. Generally speaking, friends, like me and my friends, like the one time my cousin, who's like my brother, he's in the military. One time he called me up to tell me something serious. I didn't believe a damn thing he said, because normally when he calls me, I was like, hey, what's up, fuck bag, you know, or something like that, you know? And when he said, yeah, that's how we talk to each other. You know, I think I told Gary to go fuck himself the first time I met him, you know, because I'm like, that's how we talk to each other. Yep. Now I shouldn't say this. Gary did cry when I said that. Gary, I'm sorry. I really am. Gary.
You just exposed my male tears. You just exposed. That was between us, Jeremy. That was between us.
So the real reason he's part of Geeks and Gamers is because he threatened me with a lawsuit for hurt feelings, and I didn't want to go through all of that. So I'm like, I'll just let you work.
I did. Did you see my tweet today? Star Trek is coming out with a wine, and I said they need to fire and deplatform everybody involved because it's endangering my sobriety. I don't feel safe with Chateau Picard around at all. I feel like I might drink it and kill people. I'll drive around in my car and kill people, then kill myself.
Oh man!
God, give me some soy. Somebody give me some soy right now.
Get some blue milk out here.
Oh man! So we've got more people watching. So hello everyone. It's Jeremy. It's Gary from Nerdrotic, and we're joined by Quarter Black Garrett from the Louder with Crowder show. And we're just talking Fandom Menace. We're talking the brave, the wonderful, the stunning Carlos Maza. We're talking SJWs, and we're talking about how dangerous jokes are, because they're really dangerous. They're
so dangerous. You know, Crowder is he's the edgy comedy now. He's like the Bill Hicks now. I used to be a big fan of Bill Hicks back in the day. May he rest in peace. And it's, if you took a supercut, and he talked about this, of what Colbert says, or any of these late night hacks right now, of what they said about the president, who is a public figure, just like Carlos Maza is a public figure. He makes videos last time I checked. I would call that a public figure. So I think you're kind of, it's open season on you. And if you did the same thing, see, that's why it wasn't, and you guys mentioned it a lot, it's not evenly applied. And that's the biggest problem I had. That's why I spoke up about it. I don't usually ever talk about this stuff. I'm not political at all, but I instantly became a Mug Club member just because what Jeremy was just saying, they're a protected class. Part of normalization, that's what they talk about, Jeremy, is the normalization. Listen, I think it's already happening. Part of that is criticism. Absolutely. You know, like and when is it gonna, you know, it's come at me for stupid shit, like, because I don't like Star Trek Discovery. I've been called all kinds of stuff because it's just a badly written show. And you can't criticize black female leads. That's, you just can't do that. Off limits because they're stunning and brave.
I was a little Gary. Now that you're on the Geeks and Gamers team, now just a little disrespectful the tone of your voice when you said black female. I need you to dial that back. I need a little more list. I need a little more list.
I feel offended.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Stunning and brave, black.
We have speaking of a real stunning and brave female, we have Stephanie B in the chat. Now Stephanie B is a classic example that they will praise to the high heavens those black females until they say one thing they're not supposed to, and then they will attack them. And Stephanie B has been absolutely. Like, they went after her, throwing racist remarks at her. These are the same people that call us toxic, and they went off on her. So chat, say hello to Stephanie B, because she's awesome. Go ahead, Gary. My bad.
No, it's Stephanie B is probably the nicest person I've ever seen on Twitter. I don't know why anybody would even direct that. It is possible with smiling Stephanie B. She's always laughing and smiling, very nice person. So of course they're going to attack her. Yeah, because she bucks the narrative. But yeah, stunning and brave. It's all stunning and brave.
She said being a black female is not as profitable as 2017. That was my year. Nice.
That's great.
Oh goodness. All right. What were you? I think I interrupted you, Gary.
Oh, I'm always talking. It's a constant state of interrupting. It's okay. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Here's the question I got. So when me and you did a stream together, and I wonder if Quarter Black Garrett saw this, when we were doing a stream, there was somebody named Garrett that super chatted, and he just said,
I saw that.
Did you see that? I thought about you. Because he basically said, what did he say? Something like, hey, can you give me a shout out, Jeremy, or something like that? Or
he wanted to hear his name.
He wanted to hear his name.
Yeah, he wanted to hear his name.
So then it turned into this whole thing about how Garrett has changed the face of humanity. He has built communities all over the world. Every good idea ties back to Garrett. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you have Garrett here on the show. This is the Garrett we're talking about.
I'm going to be the ambassador of all the Garretts around. We have done a lot. We have done a lot for society. We've built all of the buildings that you see around you, and all the bridges, all the roads, all the infrastructure. That's all us.
Pretty much everything that's not toxic, you have impacted in some way, shape, or form.
Garrett showed me how to make love to my wife. I would like to personally thank him for that. I wouldn't have known, and now I am blessed with the love making arts of the Garrett. And thank you for the Golden Gate Bridge. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I thought it was good because I like the color red, but it may be a little too red, so I made it a little orangey color. So
yeah.
You know, it's pretty obvious we'd fit right in with the crowd. We'd fit right in with the Crowder show, Gary. So,
yeah.
I mean, again, there are some jokes, I guess, that you can go too far. I mean, I've talked about the James Gunn stuff. That stuff to me is just like yikes. You know what I mean?
It's a little gross. It's a little gross, but I feel like you should be able to. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you should be able to say it. We're a free country. You can say whatever you want to say, as long as it's not hurting, like physically hurting anybody or inciting harm on anybody. Free game. Beautiful and Brave Carlos could totally make a video on us. Make a video, call us out on a bunch of stuff. But appealing to the man, going, hey, get this guy out of here because he's said some mean words on me. Just stand up. Make a video on us and rebut us back. That's what we're all about. We're all about saying what you want to say. So just do it,
man. It's it. When you are celebrating deplatforming people for saying things that you don't like, it's
I don't know. Celebrating snitching. I mean, that is the one thing. That is the one unified rule with absolutely every society going to the end of time. That snitches end up in ditches. I'm sorry. That's just stitches. We don't want to be stitches. Metaphorical stitches, but you know what I'm saying. Yes.
What's up, Yellow Flash 2? Got him.
What's up?
Coming to you with another live stream. Do you like Yellow Flash 2?
Yeah, dude. I follow Yellow Flash 2.
Matter of fact, today I know Garrett. I know you put a tweet out saying you were looking for some comics campaigns to support. So if anybody has any campaigns that you want to drop down in the comments, I don't know if you can actually drop the link. You probably won't be able to drop the link, but if you can, if you could just kind of give us the basic title of it or anything. If there's any of the mods that are watching that have any links of any Indiegogo campaigns, feel free to support those. I know Umbrella Guy. That Umbrella Guy, definitely look into his if you haven't.
Yeah.
Yep. And obviously you got Cyber Frog. People are saying in the chat. There's so many different great campaigns. And I will say, as a matter of fact, I want to give this person a shout out right now. Let me pull this up on my Twitter account, because after my video, I talked about why I wasn't going to have Doug TeNapel on, and I mentioned a little bit of the Comicsgate stuff. And I had some people message me and they said, hey man, if you're really interested in any Indiegogo campaigns, I would love for you to check mine out. So I'm gonna have to. It'll take me a minute to find it here. I hate this new Twitter layout on desktop. I hate it.
Oh I got God. One. I don't know. Well, okay. There's your boy Zach, who's got a couple going on right now. And I don't know where everything is with the Comics Gate stuff right now, but I like Mike S. Miller. Mike S. Miller was cool as hell when we met him and hung out with him. So here's his Indiegogo right here, and he also drew for Game of Thrones. He did some of the Dunk and Egg stuff, Sworn Sword. He also drew the covers for Game of Thrones. So there's his, and he gave me
a phenomenal artist. Like, he's so good.
He's really
the first time I saw his stuff, because I think about a year ago he did like a parody drawing of Steven. I was like, damn, this guy is good. And I started looking into some of his product, and I was like, dude, this guy is a real talent, like really making stuff. So it's awesome to see him, putting product out.
John Malin's good. I like.
Is it Graveyard Shift? Is that what he's got?
Graveyard Shift. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this tweet.
Monster MD. I saw that. I missed it. Is it in? I think it got extended. Its campaign too far, and now I missed it. So if anybody wants to send me a copy of Monster MD,
and you are on Twitter, go ahead and tell them your Twitter.
Yeah, QTR Black Garrett. So
okay, and
follow me on Twitter. Also, if you want to follow me on my YouTube channel, same thing, same name. I'm currently in a sub war with my co-host Gerald Morgan. So if you want to get me to 1,000 before he's there, I'm only a few hundred there first.
Let's it happen.
Let's do that. Right. Let me get this up here. Hang on.
All right, so I've got this. This is the campaign. So this guy tweeted me, or he emailed me earlier after my video, and I just I don't know much about him. Seemed like a nice guy. He said he's one of the smaller Comics Gate creators. So let me show you this one right here. This is a Joe King versus the world's greatest average hero. This is from George Peter Gotsis, and it's got 18 backers at $1,100. So if you guys are interested in that, please feel free to support that campaign. And any campaigns that we can highlight, I'm more than happy to do it. It's been a lot of stuff.
You're doing that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff with Comicsgate lately, and I'm just, at the end of the day, there's individual creators out here on this platform. They're trying their best to get the, their stuff out there. And I don't want to bring any negativity to the campaign. I just want to continue to try to highlight some of the positivity, because at the end of the day, it's like 98% positive anyway. And we always bitch and complain that, Hollywood will focus on like the 2% of the SJWs bitching and crying. They don't focus on the 98%. Well, that's kind of what I got caught up in recently. And so, and I want to try to change that. And it's easy to let that happen. But it's also easy to stop doing it, and that's exactly what I intend to do. So any Comics Gate creators, or even non-Comics Gate creators, if there's anything I can do to help you out, shoot me a tweet at D-Day Cobra, and if I can get you on the channel, I would be more than happy to do that. All right, Thanos Jeremy, dude, this Thanos Jeremy account, like, they put like my hat on Thanos. It's actually really good. Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives at the same time, and it's here. Or should I say I am? I love Thanos Jeremy. Jedi Master 677, dope. You got Color Black Garrett on. Love seeing some of my favorite YouTubers shitting on my favorite movie. Ha ha ha. But hey, Geeks and Gamers is all about difference of opinion. 100%. And I always talk about this. I always talk about the fact that Jedi Master 677 loves The Last Jedi, loves the sequel trilogy, and continues to support Geeks and Gamers financially by watching our videos, sending super chats, liking the video, sharing the video, and that means a lot to me, because fuck The Last Jedi. All right.
Yep.
Somebody the other day said, dude, I tuned into they're like, I haven't watched your live stream in like 6 months. I turned it on. The first thing you said was fuck The Last Jedi. I was like, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Consistent.
You're up to date.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, what is your opinion on the sequel trilogy, Garrett?
Total trash. Total complete trash.
Nice.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Since I was a little kid, my dad took me to the original trilogy when it came out in the theaters in the 90s. and I was just like enthralled with the whole world. And I found a bunch of friends that loved it too, and it's just been a part of my life, loving Star Wars. So whenever Force Awakens came out or was coming out, I was so pumped. I was super, super pumped. I was watching all the trailers like 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I never cried. I didn't do none of that. I don't know about that. But I worked at a movie theater at the time, so I could just play the trailer for myself like a million times. So I was super pumped. I went to a showing where they played all of the movies. They played from episode 1 all the way through. And I spent like 12 hours just watching Star Wars movies. And I walked out at the end let down. I felt like, okay, I was like, that was how it ended? Okay, well, okay, maybe it's going somewhere. Maybe we'll get something. And maybe it'll be good. And then I was still pumped. I was still like, okay. I was kind of in denial. I think that's what it was. I was in denial. And I was like, all right, waiting for the next one, hopefully. And then the next one came out, and I was like, at first, my first viewing, I was like, yeah, okay, it's good, because Rian Johnson is really good at getting your emotion. He can get that feeling. So like the hyperdrive right into the Star Destroyers. Oh, you get that. Whoa, that's kind of cool. You get the slow motion lightsaber fighting the Praetorian guards. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. And the red, it looks really visually cool. So he tricks you that way. And then the next day, I was like, okay, this is good. And then half of my friends hated it, and my other half of my friends thought it was okay. And I was still like, no, it's good, it's good. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, what about that? Well, that was kind of stupid. Well, that was dumb. And then I watched it again. And I was like, no. This is crap. This is complete crap. And then I started thinking about all the plot holes and all the stupid thing. The whole side quest thing. I mean, this is talked about ad nauseum, but the whole side quest thing with Rose, complete garbage, and it ultimately came up to nothing, and it was all just a SJW agenda, like this weird PETA agenda thing where they were like, let's free these weird like goat horses, but completely leave the human slave kids. Like, who didn't, not even a second glance, but don't care about them. Let's go save these horses. And then we'll just leave them 5 feet from the place that they were just taken from.
Well, the kids were white. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So that movie just, the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off, and the more and Snoke,
it just keeps building up. The more you talk about it, the more you're like, fuck this movie.
It pisses me off so bad. The thing about it is that the first episode 7, the more I think about it now, I don't like it because it had potential. It set up the mystery box thing. It set it up to where, okay, there could be some payoffs and it could be really cool. And then the second one just completely shat on the whole thing. Everything that he set up, shat. I know I'm just like repeating everything that everybody's already said, but like this.
All right.
And then Luke, and that's a whole nother.
It's amazing. Like, he wasn't even prepared to talk about it. I asked him, and it's just like a snowball. It just keeps building and building and building and building. And your reaction is so much like so many other Star Wars fans. Nobody wanted to hate this movie. Nobody wanted to. We wanted to. So a lot of us tried to convince ourselves that we liked it, present party included. And God damn it! Like I know Ivan released his Ivan Ortega released his recut of The Last Jedi. I honestly couldn't watch it. I can't. I don't want to see anything from that movie anymore. Like, I just don't want to see anything from it. None of it.
It's unsalvageable. Like it's just not. It's
and
not
I'm sure Ivan
crap. Like
And I'm sure Ivan did a great job. I mean, I've seen a lot of what he was doing up to that point, but I just, oh my God, I just hate it. I hate it so bad. All right, if you're just joining us, hello everyone. It's Jeremy, it's Gary from Nerdrotic, and we are joined by a quarter black Garrett from Louder with Crowder. This is the first time he's been on the Geeks and Gamers channel. I would imagine it will not be his last time. He's a big fan of Fandom Menace. He paid me to say that, so I don't know.
I did. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to talk about it, dude.
Sorry.
That was DMs.
Sorry, my
Keep
bad.
the DMs private.
Sorry, I apologize. Sorry.
Oh, we're supposed to keep the DMs private? Oh.
Yeah, fuck.
Don't look on Twitter.
Did you see the other day somebody said, I can't remember what someone said. I was doing a live stream and they were like, why does he do this? And I said, you don't want to see me talk like I am in real life. I mean, in real life, I'm like, what's going on, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. Yeah. And today we're going to talk about Star Wars and, let's just see what's going on. Ryan Johnson's over here being a douche. But it's kind of, no, what's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jerry. Like, you got to put some acid.
That's the way he is all the time. Every time I picked up the phone in the morning, he's all, what's up, Gary? Are you ready for another day at Comic-Con? And today we're going to walk around aimlessly and buy shit. That was it. That's how he talks all the time. That's an act right there. He's really like this all the time.
100% all the time.
I just had to impress Gary. That's all. So he's a big star now. So I was just having to make sure I don't get left behind. All right, couple super chats. Echo Base Network says most viewed video on Crowder is 31 million views. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's been killing. It's probably a change my mind video, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably a change my mind.
More than likely, yeah.
Echo Base Network says, Garrett, do you have a YouTube, or Garrett, do you do YouTube or Fandom or just watch? It's like,
I do a lot of watch. I do a lot of watching. I don't have a lot of time to like consistently make videos, so I do a lot of watching right now. But maybe I'll make a video here and there. I just made a video about Spider-Man and how I felt about that. Okay. And here and there I'll make something.
Now is that with Far From Home? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I liked it. I felt like it was okay. It's a throwaway. It was a good like one-time watch that I don't really care about. It's not Spider-Man like Sam Raimi Spider-Man is. That's my shit. That's my Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2, baby.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is the greatest. So I don't think. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've got to hang up about it because those movies are just so precious to me. But I like Tom Holland a lot. I think he's really good. MCU Peter Parker, and he's entertaining. But ultimately, it's just I watched it once. I don't need to watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I felt. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would.
That's it. And it just was, I don't know, man, forgettable. But I agree with you. I like Tom Holland. I think Gary likes Tom Holland. But we all don't really like the world that he inhabits. That's kind of been my problem with this new Spider-Man, this MCU Spider-Man. I don't like the world around him, but I like him as Spider-Man Peter Parker.
This is the MCU that we're going to get, though. It's going to be, I liked it. I can't remember much of it. It was pretty good. And in the meantime, they were hypnotizing you during the movie to subliminal stuff just to get you to go buy more things and forget your masculinity and buy soy. So it just really said buy soy behind the, it's kind of like in They Live, you see buy soy, buy soy.
You need the 3D glasses to see it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I thought looks 6 out of 10 at best.
Looks like we have a Tug raid. And
what's
hang
up,
on,
Tug people?
And he's messaging me now, so hang on just a minute.
Tug got screwed. It sucks.
Yeah, he did. It really sucks. I just got into this kind of group of comic creators, so I'm piecing it. It's so hard because it's all on Twitter, and Twitter's a horrible platform to try and understand how things happen. So I'm like piecemealing everything together and who doesn't like who and why and what's happening, and it's really sad because it's a movement that I really respect. I like it a lot because we always complain about content and movies and media just not being good anymore, and I love it seeing people going out and making good stuff and making stuff that they like. So it really kind of makes me sad to see infighting and stuff like that, and kind of like an infiltration of SJW mentality in a good movement.
So we got a tug raid going on. I want to welcome all of the viewers from that umbrella guy. So he and I got our lines crossed a little bit, but I guess I'll go ahead and make this announcement since we are under 55 minutes away. So basically what I've decided to do is I was going to have Tug on right after I talked to Garrett, but I decided I will just me and Tug will just go onto the High Council tonight. So that's what we're going to do. So that High Council will be in 55 minutes. Tug, Gary, and I will actually be heading over there tonight because we want to bring as much attention as we possibly can to the situation. And I feel like the High Council is going to be the best platform to do that. So that's your quick update. So if you're joining us for that, we're going to be, I don't know where the High Council is at tonight. I think it's on Jeff's channel, but I'm not 100%. It's either going to be on World Class or Comic Hunters Pro Secrets. Either way, I'm going to join Tug tonight. Huh?
Just subscribe to both, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, just subscribe to both. So yeah. All right. So I knew everybody's gonna freak out when I said that. So I've never like quit the High Council per se. I don't have time to be there every single week, but it's like we're still friends. We're still cool. You know, I said I would make occasional appearances. So there you go. Right there. All right. So we're going to be live here for about another 40 minutes. So if you guys have more questions for Garrett, let me know. So if you're just joining us, smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. My name is Jeremy. I'm the owner of Geeks and Gamers. I'm joined by Gary from Nerdrotic. He has a beard and a Tesla hat. Say hello.
Yes. Hello. My beard says hello.
And my
Tesla hat.
Yeah, and very hipster style glasses. So
but I'm not a hipster. I don't eat toast and ride a frickin' moped. There's nothing ironic about any of this shit. The beard hides my face.
At least you don't wear pre-torn jeans like me, right? So
yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that a little bit.
And we are joined by Louder with Crowder producer Quarter Black Garrett. That is a very offensive way to call someone by their name, and that's why we love it.
I appreciate it.
Are you offended?
Those are my pronouns. Quarter and Black.
Okay. You're not. Are you shaking like literally?
I mean, I'm triggered, but it's an internal trigger. It's one of those. So
all right. As long, I mean, I don't. Yeah. Look, I don't need any protesting or anything like that. So I'm just trying to make sure we're cool. Just trying to make sure we're cool. Jakey Boy Smith says, have you guys heard of the possible news of Benioff and Weiss now being involved in the Lord of the Rings series? Why these two get good things to ruin Nothing is Safe? I think I have heard a little bit about that. Gary?
Yes, I did a video on it. And it looks like they're helping get Lord of the Rings off the ground. I don't know creatively what they have to say, but they're also being courted by Amazon. And if they get pulled in by Amazon, then they could have something to do. It has showrunners, and the showrunners are from Bad Robot. So that's very bad news. But yes, they're involved in it. But Netflix is, I think there's a rumor there's a $200 million deal out there from Netflix to bring them on over there, you know, because that's how things go in Hollywood. You tank the biggest show in the world, you get paid. You get paid. Upward. Yes.
That quote right there, Garrett, is exactly what I was going to say, because before, and again, I still love Kevin Smith, but before Kevin Smith went full like shill mode for everything, he did a Q&A long time ago, and he was talking about, I think his name was John Peters, who was the producer on the Nicolas Cage Superman movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And he
produced Batman.
That's right.
Batman.
Yeah, and he was, I think, he was somebody's hairdresser, and then he got to be
Barbara Streisand's hairdresser.
Yes. There you go. And so Kevin Smith said, in Hollywood, you fail upwards. And I was like, that's Kathleen Kennedy right there. So, oh boy.
I got a couple of friends who work there, and I love them to death, but they failed upwards. They are not the hardest working human beings in the world. Love you guys, but you're lazy.
Nick Corvello says, I can't believe my eyes. Great to see you all here. Jeremy, did you get a chance to read my email yet? Related, Quarterback Garrett, can you please look into Save James campaign and show Crowder the story needs coverage ASAP? So that's he's got it in parentheses, Save James campaign. So check that out.
I'll look it up right now.
And Corvello, I did get your email, but I have not had time to respond to it, but thank you for reminding me, and I appreciate the super chat, and I will look into getting back to you, buddy. Thank you for the support as always. Jin Wong, want to get demonetized? Check out the Quarterings Let's Play of Fantastic Fetus. Really? The Quartering?
Is he doing it right now?
I don't know. I have to check that out. Turd Burglar says Crowder's turds are laced with soy tears. Matt Joseph says, is there a Star Trek wine called Seven of Wine?
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
I wouldn't get that one. So.
Chateau Picard.
It should be.
Let me see here.
I will not be drinking it.
So many notifications coming in right now. Uzi Patrol says JJ Abrams is making a Star Trek wine. It's just rebottled and watered down. Chuck. That was good.
That's good.
Yes. Good one right there. Justin Norris, Nerdrotic, do you plan to work at Tesla after the comic shop? Why did you leave Tesla? Just curious. Hashtag stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave. I left Tesla to do the comic shop. I got tired of working for the man, even though I like Elon. The people I was working directly with, I not a fan. I was just done. I was done. It was a good job. They paid well, but they hired me to do something, and then they didn't want to listen to a word I said, so I peaced out.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, not happy, leave.
That's right. Garrett, question for you. So, from the outside looking in, you're a fan of the Fandom Menace. That's how you got familiar with myself and Gary and so many other creators. How far-reaching do you feel the Fandom Menace is? Like, how big of a following do you feel like we have? Do you think we're on to something? Do you think the entertainment industry is potentially listening to us at times?
I think so. I mean, it seems that there are enough people that are fed up with the way things are going that it's making waves. And they're like you just said, Dan and Dave didn't go because the petition. You know, I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Like, people are getting loud enough, and I've said this before, and I feel like it's going to happen if they keep going down this course. We're all just going to pull our money out and go do something else, and they're going to crash. They're going to crash and burn, or they're going to figure out, hey, maybe we should start making good stories again, and not fan please, but make something that is good. That's fan pleasing to me.
Yep.
Like, you don't even have to do my theory exactly. I just enjoy coming up with the theory. You don't have to do that. Do something else, but make sure it makes sense. So whenever I watch it, I go, oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. Like, I like that idea too. But the way that they're doing it is that they don't seem to give a shit. Sorry if I don't know.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. That's fine. So
they don't seem to give a shit about fans in any way. They seem to just be like, hey, let's just do whatever we want to do, and if you don't like it, suck a dick. Like, we don't care, like, at all. And it makes me mad because I've been a fan of these things for so long. I feel like I at least deserve good stories.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to make good stories, that's fine. I guess I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. You deserved the commitment that you put in, and
Exactly.
and when they take all that praise for the first 4 seasons, and look at their interviews from season 1 to season to 8, and look at how their posture changes, their body language changes. I mean, these guys think they're effing God by the end, so they can do no wrong. But they love all that adulation, all that admiration, and when shit goes south, they disappear. That just kind of shows you what kind of people there are. There are people in Hollywood who would stand up to that, who would just go, that was my work, and not insult the fan. There's a lot of people out there who are creative and confident and goes, the next thing I'll do is great. This is their legacy. It's defined forever. I don't care what the hell they do after this. They can make another Godfather. This is all they'll be remembered for, is tanking Game of Thrones. And then quitting at Comic-Con the day of.
See, that's bad. You didn't even show up to see the fans that you built. Like, you built a show that got fans to love it, and then you shat on all of it, and you couldn't face them.
And left all the actors there to answer all your questions. Punked out on all of them.
That pisses me off too, because I love all those actors. I think they're all great. I think they all did a great job. Even in the last season, they were just working with what they had. Peter Dinklage is an amazing actor, and he just had to work with complete crap. Like, it's not fair for them. And I feel bad for like Kit Harington. All the pressure that was put on him. It's rough for them too.
That's true, man.
Conleth Hill, who plays Varys, had the best line because somebody asked him, like, well, how do you feel about all the criticism and everything? He's all, well, I started the petition. So it was a good line. You have to watch the panel. It's very entertaining. Mahler turned me onto it. So.
Good old Mahler.
Good old Mahler.
Good old
Mahler.
Good
bloke right there, man.
All right, let me see here. Justin, I got that one. Yellow Flash is coming to you with the live stream. Echo Base Network. I thought Garrett would be shirtless with cut-off jean shorts like in San Diego. So does Crowder know about the Fandom Menace, and did he like The Last Jedi? Garrett?
I don't know. He doesn't like mainstream movies. He shits on me for liking movies like that. So I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine he does. Yes, guys, we're over 1,000 viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My name is Jeremy. I am joined here by Garrett from Nerdrotic and Quarter Black Garrett from the Steven Crowder Show. We're going to be live for about another 25 minutes, and then Gary and I are going to be hopping over on the High Council tonight, and with the that umbrella guy, we're going to talk about the doxing and whatever else Jeff has scheduled tonight. I think it's on World Class. I think. I've had a long day. I haven't eaten since like this morning, so I'm trying my best to let's see. Hang on. I got a message
from chat.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Chat, not at all. So somebody mentioned that Seth Rogen. Sorry, it was Soul Assassin. Was it Soul Assassin? Yeah, Soul Assassin. Just mention that Seth Rogen of all people called out Dan and Dave. Rightly so. I don't agree with anything Seth Rogen says that's not creative, but he was right to call them out. And for one, I imagine all the people who went to Comic-Con to see them. And again, I can't understate this. The actors looked like they were shell-shocked when they were there. When if you watch the panel, they look like, oh God, and people were mostly nice to them and respectful because it's, you're preaching to the choir at Comic-Con. But you back out of something like that, leave everybody hanging. This was the best Comic-Con I've been to as far as like interacting with people, hanging out with Jeremy, and the worst as far as announcements. I don't know if you caught them all, Quarter Black Garrett, but it's just one freaking identity politics announcement after another.
I can't figure out how it's got to end at some point, right? I thought for sure it will end. Every time I think that another one comes up, oh no, now Thor is a woman, and it's following the comics that nobody bought. Nobody bought those comics.
No,
nobody cares about that. You have like 40 years of backstory. Do that. Every time it gets crazier and crazier. Maybe this is it's a troll. It's like a big troll. Hollywood is just trolling us.
I think that's partially it with the marketing. I don't think you're wrong right there. Plus, also, I think they have the philosophy of it's better to burn out than to fade away. We're going to burn this thing to the ground, and then they'll move on something else. But they're going to burn up all the stuff we like. They're going to walk away. We're going to be left with female. Everybody's a female. Got Altered Carbon, a show that I liked. Turns out that Kovacs is going to wear a female sleeve in season 3. So I mean,
like the whole season, like they replaced the actor.
Every season they replace the actor because it's the main character is wearing a human sleeve. You're basically.
I watched the first season. I never got to the second season.
Yeah, the next season's going to be I'm blanking on his name. Falcon, the guy who plays Falcon, is going to be the and I don't know if Joel Kinnaman's going to be in it, but the reason it was popular was because of Joel Kinnaman. He was great in it. I don't know if I want to see anybody else in it, but then they said season 3 is going to be I
don't know. Like you said,
I said the name wrong, but
That's all right. You're on Geeks and Gamers. I say names wrong all the time, so it's kind of par for the course. So it's all good. It's all good, Gary. All right. Zach Gilbert said, "Stop making fun of Carlos, you a-holes. My wife's boyfriend loves that guy." Great super chat. Great super chat right there. Great job, Zach. Great. Love it. Love it. Zach Gilbert one more time says, "Stop making fun of Carlos, you a-holes. My wife's boyfriend loves that guy." Love it. Great. That's what I'm talking about.
That's great.
That wins.
That's great.
Sir Ruin of Rouse Roundhead says, "Gary and Jeremy would love to meet you both at New York Comic Con. Maybe we can meet Billy D together and ask him about Lando in episode 9. We have discussed that. Yep. Gary and I have. Also, Sir Ruin of House Roundhead, didn't you say you could get me into a New England Patriots game around that same time? Because that might really motivate me to make that happen. So anyway, just let me know. Where am I at? Mark McCall, Quarterback Garrett subscribed. Thank you. I guess to his channel, my channel, or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
please
get
subscribe.
his channel. Yeah, get it. Chat, if you guys can track his channel down, or do you have it, Gary?
I got it.
And then just drop a link to his channel in the chat. Please feel free to subscribe. Matt Joseph, best time to be a Star Wars fan was between the release of Empire and Jedi, the best toys, Boba Fett, mail-away figures, Madness, and that cliffhanger. Yeah, I mean, I will say the prequel era was pretty good for me too. Yeah. You know, just the toys were fantastic. You know, the games were amazing. There was a lot of good times in that prequel era too, but I think we can all agree it's not right now. That's really what we can agree on. It's not right now.
Prequel era was great. That was awesome. That was an awesome period. I mean, Battlefront 1, 2, Force Unleashed came out that time. KOTOR 1 and 2. I mean, there's so many good games, and the toys were great. The movies were good. Most of them. Some of them. One of them.
Revenge of the Sith was amazing. I still
Revenge of the Sith was good.
I do like the other two also, but Revenge of the Sith is an all-timer for me in terms of Star Wars movies. Country Banjo just commented and says, "How do you get Jeremy to read your question out loud?" You just did. There you go. And it wasn't even a super chat. Now, that might kill the narrative that Jeremy only reads super chats.
Jeremy only reads super chats. Jeremy only reads super chats. Rah!
All right, let me see. Matt Joseph.
Well, at least he reads them slowly, not like Campia.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see that with Campia, Quarterback? The where
no,
Campia?
I don't.
Oh my God! All right, can you track that down on Twitter at some point, Gary? And I don't know where the hell to find. Can somebody tag me or Gary or Quarterback Gary on Twitter on that Campia video where he got trolled on the super chat? It's the greatest thing ever.
Is that what you're talking? Yes.
Okay.
I did see that.
So
yes,
good.
I did. He completely passed it. He did not even notice. It was great.
I love that name.
Yeah, I love that name. It's good.
Oh man. Kirby says Jeremy only reads super chats. Beat of Angel says Jeremy Dr. Coffindale says Jeremy mostly only reads super chats. Will Jeremy read my chat if I insult him? Yes. Particularly, that's the best way to get me to read a non-super chat is to insult me. And then I will tweet YouTube and tell them to take everything from you because my feelings are hurt. I love the chat. They're so funny. I heard this. Oh God, I don't know if I want this public, guys. Shit. I'm gonna have to read it. I don't know, Gary.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that I'm gonna have to read this. This is information that could really take me down.
Mm-hmm.
They've been going after me for a while, but Peter Hahn has now finally exposed me. All of you people. All of you that like to, screen cap these things and put them on Twitter to expose Jeremy, this is your moment right here. Peter Hahn, I heard this rumor that Jeremy started Geeks and Gamers to make money. How likely is that?
Are you? Do you tell me that you are a capitalist?
F's in the chat, everybody.
F's in the chat.
I didn't want this. I didn't want this to get out. I didn't want this to happen. I know it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing to start a business to make money. Fuck.
I bust my ass out here making money.
I have been busting my ass being a fan. Yeah, buying action figures, going to movies too many times, ignoring my family, reading Game of Thrones. You don't understand what I've done to be a fan. sacrifice so much.
Oh shit, that was good. That was good, and that's all because I was reading the regular chat. All right, so that happened. Yeah, that happened for reading regular chat.
I heard somebody referred to it as the free chat. The last couple of days, I was like, "Oh no, the free chat." You're getting away with your free chat. You should be thankful. You get your free chat.
Hashtag free chat. All right, it's like free porn. Hashtag free chat. All right.
Oh no.
Fan85 says, I was just on Ethan's stream. Apparently, he's now the enemy of the people. Well, I'm going to be talking to him about whatever's going on in a few minutes on the High Council. Zach Gilbert, hello. May I take your order, sir? What's up, Burger King? It's Jeremy, and I need a double Whopper, extra cheese, and a Diet Coke. I like that. That's good. Michael Schwartz with 2.99 super chats. Thank you. Cyrus Nightshade. Check out Kyle Ritter's Starblades on Indiegogo. So that's another one, Garrett. Kyle Ritter's Starblades on Indiegogo. Blackguard, Garrett, growing up, did you collect or read comics? If so, which ones were you reading the most?
As a kid, I didn't collect individual issues. I got a lot of trades. I did Kick-Ass was when I got into Watchmen and a lot of Batman. A whole lot of Batman. I did Batman Year One, Dark Knight Returns, Long Halloween. I was a huge, I still am a huge fan of Batman. It's just waned over time because of movies and disappointment.
Yeah,
but yeah, I used to get into those books all hardcore.
You missed Batman's Johnson. They recently had his little floppy bit flopping around in an issue. Yeah. Maybe I'll send it to you.
Great.
Yeah. It's a dark, shadowy bat thing. No, you got to read year 2 as well. Batman Year 2 is excellent.
Okay.
That trade. Yeah.
Stephanie has a good idea. Jeremy needs to feature people saying his opening line. I think people would enjoy that. Gary, you want to go first, and I'll let Garrett.
Oh, the opening. Okay. Wait, I gotta get warmed up.
That's gonna be a new rule. And Stephanie, this is all you. Every time someone appears on a Geeks Gamers live stream, they have to do the opening intro. So let's do
Hello, Geeks and Gamers. This is Gary coming at you with another video. And today we're gonna talk about Rian Johnson. There you go.
All right, Garrett, all you.
Hello, Geeks and Gamers. This is Quarterback Garrett coming to you with another video. And today we're going to talk about content again.
Good stuff. All for Stephanie right there, Stephanie. You are responsible for that new tradition here on Geeks and Gamers. So good call. All right. Where am I at? West Killington. Join Mug Club. Boom.
Hey.
Remember, I didn't even take the special. I was one of those people who did not. I refused to take the special.
I appreciate it.
I wanted to pay the full amount.
Yeah, during that whole ordeal, we were kind of. I was watching a lot of videos about guys that were kind of giving us support, and I got both of y'all guys' videos, and I sent it to the team, so everybody knows about it.
Oh, cool!
Awesome.
Yeah, I sent it to everybody. I was like, dude, these guys are backing us up. So
that's great, man. We really
got to back all. Listen, they're going to come for us, and what Steven said, they're going to come for the other side. They did. They came for they're going to do this arbitrarily. They're going to pick off people who had nothing to do with anything, and you can't begrudge if somebody takes YouTube as their job. Save the judgment for another day. To have your job just taken away like that. Yes, you should have a backup. Don't ever put your eggs in one basket. But it was Crowder that got my thing going that I won't talk about here. It's gonna for another. But yeah, I think any YouTuber should have their own mug club. So it's a smart move.
Yeah.
And we need to protect each other, not be a union. That's a bad idea, just a very bad idea. But loosely, just have each other's back, especially in times like that. And yeah, he's a lot bigger than us. So what? I saw the bigger picture, and listen, everything did change right after that. There's another rule change happening right now, where you just said, I am totally okay with somebody making a video about me or making one about Jeremy or Quarter Black Garrett. That's critical. That's YouTube, but that's going to be against the rules now. That's good. I mean, even if it's like, criticizing some of my points, and not me as a person, that's going to be against the rule. That's bad. That's very bad. I think we should be able to criticize each other on any of our points. So,
it's crazy. Some of the best videos are videos talking about other content creators.
Yeah.
Like iDubbbz, his content cop videos are great. Like it's just calling out other people for shitty things that they do. I think we need that. Like,
we do.
Yeah, I got mentioned in an iDubbbz video not too long ago. That was pretty awesome. So
hey, nice.
He was because he was talking about the joke police about the James Gunn stuff. I was like, you know what? And I made a response video. I said, you know what? I can't even lie. He's got me. He got me. What can I say? I mean, technically I'm being a joke police right now because I get sensitive to that being a dad to a daughter, like I just, it bothers me and I'm being hypocritical and I owned it and people like, I respect that. And I was like, well, I mean, all you can do is own it. We're all fucking hypocrites in some capacity. We just are.
Oh yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yellow Flash, if you're still in the chat, did a good video. I think it was yesterday about our buddy Matt concerning that very subject. So check it out. Go check out Yellow Flash's channel. It's a good channel.
Yeah, Yellow Flash 2 is great. Batgoat says, is Quarter Black offended by your white room? Literally shaking.
I am.
Are you offended?
Very. I mean, there's a little bit of black in there, so maybe it just reflects me. There's a lot of white, so much white, but then a little bit of black in there. So, actually, I respect it. At first, I didn't know how I felt about it, but now
it was a subtle nod to you, and I'm glad you finally picked up on it. It was a subtle nod.
I appreciate it.
Is that white carpeting?
It's actually gray. It's
light gray? Okay.
Yeah.
It looks white to me.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a subtle nod to you, and it was before I really knew who you were, but I guess just subconsciously, I just knew that I had to respect you because respect all Quarter Black people.
Definitely. Yeah, he's protected. He's a quarter of him is protected. Have you picked out what part of your body is protected? The quarter?
I don't want to talk about it on this.
Oh, okay. Well, that protects you for a lot of things then. Oh, that's why there's no 1/8 Garretts running around there. Gotcha.
We all knew where that was going as soon as Gary asked the question. We all knew where that was going. All right, Echo Base Network. Will Crowder touch the Andy situation, or does he even know about the epic Me Too fail? Oh, and Gary, you and Doomcock killed it on the Inquisition.
Thank you.
Yeah. So are you guys over there familiar with the Andy Signore situation?
Yeah, we are. I don't know if we're going to hit upon it because it was a few weeks ago and it was during our break. So we're kind of we try to hit the most recent stuff. But I pitched it to the team because I'm kind of like you, Jeremy. I watched some of it, but I wasn't a fan of him specifically because he did kind of egg on that mentality, and then he just got bitten by the dog he trained. So, but I felt for the guy, and it wasn't cool. So I pitched to the team. I was just like, hey, this is going on. This Me Too thing going on. And then they were talking about it. So maybe we'll talk about it. I'm not sure yet. We're coming back on the 1st. So
it's pretty bad. I mean, again, and I'm going to have Andy on maybe this week. We're trying to get scheduling in order for he and I. He's definitely going to be on here and we're going to talk about it, but it's pretty bad. I mean, again, I was never a fan of Andy but he did not deserve to lose everything based on what we know now. And the same thing kind of happened to Chris Hardwick, Whammon accuses and boom, the SJWs and Twitter, and it's just an avalanche. We're not worried about due process. We're not worried about facts. We're not worried about anything. You are a man, and how dare you assault a woman without any evidence whatsoever? But it is what it is. So
I want to see all those the people who worked on The Talking Dead who walked out anyway when Hardwick came back. Did you hear about that? There was 7 or 8 of them walked out anyway. I want to see if they
some of the producers or something.
Yeah, the freaking how hard you work, and you might know how hard it is to get work like that in Hollywood, and they freaking walked out on their jobs. They're never gonna get another job again. Freaking idiots. And they probably went, oh, we made a stand. It looks great on Twitter. Oh shit. I got to pay my bills now.
Nobody cares anymore. Oh,
yep.
Nobody's listening to me.
Freaking idiots.
Yep. Unbelievable. Gary Ritchie says, or Billy Ritchie, I'm sorry. Billy Ritchie says, Gary, you think anime and manga, is it manga? I never know how to say that, are going to be the next Hollywood adapt now that Alita got the live action adaptation right? Do you think things?
It didn't make, if we get some sequels and they make a little more money, yes. If they can figure it out, they will plunder it, and it will be the worst thing that ever happened. Just keep anime and manga pure, keep Hollywood away from it. It's not worth it.
Don't do it.
I would trade the MCU back in a second to have comic books back again. I'm sorry it ever happened. And yeah, as great as Robert Downey Jr. was, it's what we're going to get now is going to make everybody sorry that Disney bought Marvel. I'm already sorry. I was at the time, but keep. I don't know much about either of them. I like some anime and manga, and I've sold some of it. Keep it pure. All I know is it's very good storytelling, what I've read, and I don't want Hollywood effing with it at all.
And
they're doing it Akira.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard.
Well, at least Alita was done right. Alita was, by the way, buy it on Blu-ray. Alita Army, I'll join the cult. Everybody, it looks like it's selling good. And Rosa Salazar said the sequels depend on the Blu-ray sales. So you know what? Buy a couple, give it to a friend. They will thank you for it.
It's a fantastic movie. Movie. Matt Tuwain says, welcome, Garrett. Glad to have you on here instead of suffering through the socialist debates.
Hey, man. Yeah. Dude, oh, gosh. I'm so glad. I'm not watching those right now.
And Nick Corvello says, Quarter Black Garrett, from my earlier super chat, savejames.com to make your search easy, because Google censors URLs. So it's savejames.com. Yeah, he's definitely aware of that. So he will take some time to look into that. And oh, God damn it. Here's Gay Jeremy. It says, hey, don't talk about my boyfriend, John Campia.
He looks so cute in that dress and that Captain Marvel coat. He did. It's a doorbell.
Zach Gilbert says, here's more money, since that's the only thing you care about, you greedy piece of garbage. Menace says, we are at 951 subs. Can we get to 1K today? The Fandom Menace channel. So the Fandom Menace channel basically takes video clips from different live streams and different videos within the Fandom Menace, uploads these small little clips. It's basically a fan channel for the Fandom Menace. They're almost at 1,000 subs. Need 49 more to hit 1,000. So can we please make that happen? We have over 1,000 people watching this. So if we can push 49 people over there to support that channel, because
I'll right now.
All right, cool. So we appreciate that type of support from everybody, and we want to help you succeed in any way we can. And you know, we provide the content. You guys are able to give us a platform, and anybody that wants to do fan clips and things like that, we fully support that. So the Fandom Menace channel, Stephanie B, if you have a link, please drop that in the chat, and we do appreciate that. Echo Base Network. Oh, go ahead.
So Ian Moon just put in, I'm not aware of this person, I'm sorry, but Grant Thompson, King of Random Star, dies in paragliding accident. I don't, thanks for letting us know, Ian. Sorry to derail there. He's 38 and don't paraglide. It's really dangerous shit.
Yeah.
It's a way to die at 38.
Sorry to hear that. We'll have to look into that a little further.
YouTube, I don't know what a King of Random is. I guess it's a YouTube thing. So
okay, we'll have to look into that.
How big YouTube is? I'm completely unaware of things that are huge. Sorry to interrupt.
Echo Base Network says, Garrett, thoughts on Collider?
I used to be a fan. No longer a fan.
I think that's kind of the answer for a lot of us, including me, including Gary. Like, we all watched Collider back in the day, and I feel like the fall of Collider has led to the rise of the Fandom Menace. I mean, that's how I see it, you know. And I feel like a lot of you that are watching this right now probably were fans of Collider at one point in time, and now here we are, you know. So Zekius says, great to see Quarter Black Garrett on Geeks and Gamers. It's like worlds colliding, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Hey, that guy did my banner photo on.
Yes, he's great. He's great.
On
He's
Twitter.
actually, I've got him working on some stuff for Geeks and Gamers now. He's great guy. So we do appreciate all of that. Seed Fan 85. There's a live action One Piece series on the way. I don't know what that is.
It's an anime.
Oh, okay, then that's why I know nothing about anime.
Yeah, I never watched it.
It's like when I mention sports to most people on this channel, and they're like, "What is that?" That's what happens when you mention anime.
Like, is that the one with the ball that goes into the hoop?
Exactly.
It's the sports ball. It's the sports.
Yeah, sports ball.
Intimidator 1018 says, hey Jeremy, how's it going tonight? Love the support you're showing for that umbrella guy. Thank you. If you're just joining us for that, I am going to be hopping over to the High Council very soon here in the next 20 minutes with that umbrella guy, and Gary is going to be joining us, and we're going to go show some support for him, and we're going to talk on the High Council. It's going to be a great night. So I'm looking forward to that. Mitch Sampson, now that Game of Thrones is over, thoughts on the animated series more true to the books? Funding would be much easier than live action and could be longer. So thoughts on an animated series that could be more true to the books for Game of Thrones. What do you guys think about that?
If they could make it, I'd be all for it. I'd be for an audio drama. I think that would be much cheaper to make. And you can actually get the voices from the show and go way deeper into the lore. That would be great. But HBO would never let that happen, unfortunately. They did some the animated lore special features on the Blu-rays are worth the price of the Blu-rays. They are really good.
Yeah, those are really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm too afraid of anybody doing any adaptations at this point. So I don't know. Just off of it.
It's a scary situation, man. It's like it's hard to even get excited for anything now because we just don't know. That's why I am such a big Christopher Nolan fan. I don't have to worry about Christopher Nolan stuff in terms of like the identity politics aspect of it. I don't have to worry about him putting, the right type of, social justice breakdown in Dunkirk. There was nut jobs that were actually bitching about that,
Yeah.
Long Man is here in the chat. What's up, Long Man? Mahler is here. Hello,
Mahler.
Yo, Mahler. What's up?
What's up?
Yep.
Big fan of Mahler.
Yeah, to the Long Man. Jack Saint's favorite YouTube channel, I think, is Jack Saint. Jack Saint loves me and Mahler. Anyway, though, what's up, Mahler? We are going to be on for about another 7 minutes, and then we're going to change channels. The long be with you. All right, Mesquite Matsico. I'd support a Hollywood version of High School D&D. What? I don't understand that. But speaking of that, Mahler, I'm just here to remind you, Mahler, that you did agree on a live stream of Geeks and Gamers that if you hit 1 million subs, when you hit it, because I say when, you say if. When you hit 1 million subs, I'm giving you the option, you either have to do an unbridled praise or an unbridled rage of a High School Musical. And we're all going to be waiting for that. All going to be waiting for that. That is the most anticipated video in the history of Mahler's channel.
What kind of a super chat would it take to make that happen? I don't know. He'll be at 1 million soon enough, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
As soon as episode 9 comes out, he's hitting 1 million. Let's be real.
He said it's true. Lucky, I agreed to it. Lucky I won't hit 1 million for Bloody Ages. You will hit it sooner than probably
5 months, bro. 5 months.
We are going to wind this down because, like I said, and I would love to, Garrett. Trust me, I would love to talk to you for another 3 hours, and we can have you back on anytime. Really, just the thing with that umbrella guy tonight, and having him on the High Council. Because, like I said, so if you're just joining us, I was going to have that umbrella guy on tonight here on Geeks and Gamers. But I decided we can probably have a bigger audience over on the High Council. So I reached out to the High Council guys, asked them if that was cool. Obviously, Jeff and Ethan said it was cool. So we're going to go over there. We're going to bring some attention to that situation. And then we're going to just do whatever they want to talk about, whatever they want to talk about. You know what I mean? So it's going to be awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for subbing to Mauler. He definitely needs it. He definitely needs the subs. I'm trying to help out this young and up and coming YouTuber. But so Garrett, in closing, you know, have you enjoyed yourself?
I have. I appreciate it. This is awesome. This has been awesome.
And
I would love to come back anytime.
Yeah, definitely. And I would definitely encourage you. I know many of the other the Fandom Menace channels would love to have you on. So if there's anybody who reaches out to me, I'll definitely pass on your information or just contact you directly and see if I can line something up. But we're really happy. Okay. Yeah, we're really happy, and we really appreciate the fact that you've shown interest in it. You know, being part of the the Louder with Crowder team and everything. It shows us that, you know, we have people that are, you know, on these bigger platforms that are paying attention to us, and we can learn a lot from you guys, and we do appreciate that, and everything you're doing. So, anything you want to plug? Any, you know, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you want to do.
Right now, just my Twitter. That's where you can contact me. I interact with a bunch of people on there. And I'm currently in a sub war with Gerald Morgan that's on the show. First to 1,000. So QTR Black Garrett or 1/4 Black Garrett.
All right. On what platform? First to 1,000?
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay, on YouTube.
I don't promise any consistent content. Just I'm just trying to beat him.
All right, so let's see if we can do that for now. And now, what are you at right now?
I don't even know. Let me check.
You know what? We've got a few minutes. Let me see.
I'm gonna go check right now.
Can you pull it up on Social Blade, and we can put a live count. We can see how many people we can push over.
Got 8:15 right now. Come on, we can do better than that.
What is your YouTube channel? What's it called?
Quarter Black Garrett. So I'm gonna put the link at 1/4 Black Garrett.
Okay, 1/4 Black Garrett.
Here's the link again. There you go.
All right, let's see here.
Let's make this happen.
Let's make this happen.
I'm breaking my rule of going to Social Blade. I usually don't go to Social Blade. Very bad habit.
Yeah, no. As a YouTuber, you really don't want to mess with Social Blade. It'll drive you crazy if you just.
I haven't looked at it in a month.
Let's see.
There we go.
I'm trying to find it on Social Blade, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm too small. Nobody knows.
Let's see.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's not showing up. It's so weird.
Typed it in right.
Shadow banning.
Shadow ban. They've done it. They've already got you. They've already got you.
They got my number.
Man, that means you've arrived.
Yeah, you've already been shadow banned. So you've already kind of made it at this point. So I'm pretty.
I guess so. I just need a hit piece.
All right, well, unfortunately, we can't find your Social Blade, so we can't put a live count up. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure having you, man, and I would love to have you back on at any point in time. You know, I'm sure Mauler would like to have you, or I'm sorry, Mauler would like, maybe Mauler would like to have you on EFAP too, but I'm sure Gary would like to have you on.
Oh yeah.
And anybody in the Fandom Menace that wants to have you on, we do appreciate it. And whenever you guys need me on Louder with Crowder, you just let me know. I will clear my schedule. I'll try. I'll try.
Every day is a step forward to that goal.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I'm trying to nudge the beast that area. You know, so.
All right, I got a couple super chats. Darth Hughes says, YouTube search Star Wars destroyed the past trailer. Link to full re-edit is in the description. YouTube search Star Wars destroyed the past trailer. Link to the full re-edit is in the description. Thank you. CFan85, Mauler should take on 7 Brides and 7 Brothers. I don't know what that is. Why do I not know what that is?
It's an old movie.
Okay.
It's like an old movie.
And in the 50s.
Zach Gilbert says, Jeremy, please tell Mauler he's adopted. Mauler, been avoiding this one for a while, buddy. You know, we're good friends. I consider us good friends. We talk often. You're adopted, buddy. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, or maybe I don't apologize. I don't know how the hell you're going to take it. I'm just telling you you are. So anyway, right.
I couldn't keep. It was a hard time in my life. I couldn't afford another mouth to feed. I was in the UK. I was in Welshland, wherever Welshland. I just he's crying. You made him cry now.
Oh my God. We made F's from Mauler in the chat. F's, but Gary, please. Oh, God damn it.
I want you to listen to the song "A Boy Named Sue." That's the best fathering I can do, by Johnny Cash.
I think the High Council is on World Class tonight, everybody, for asking. Let me see if Jeff's got anything up on World Class yet.
Welsh
Nothing
land.
yet.
Yeah, Dr. Coffin-Nails. I don't know where the hell the Welsh live.
No,
I heard they came out of little holes. They're like hobbits.
Why is
I'm just kidding.
Quarterback Garrett? He just his presence alone has created all of these offensive jokes, and I'm telling you, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it.
I don't apologize for anything.
All right, guys. I'll see you over on the High Council shortly. I believe it's on World Class Bullshitters tonight. We will have that umbrella guy talking about his situation with the doxing and everything else. So for Gary, for Quarterback Garrett, I've been Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in. Smash the melee button before you leave. Share the video. It will stay public. And we will talk to you later.